Alright, hey everybody, it's Mike with Monkey Fab. Today we're going to go over wiring up our cheap TIG welder. We're going to talk a little bit about what pieces are needed and what's involved in doing that. I think I'll go a little bit over how to wire up the actual wires for 220, although it's like, you know, don't try this at home kind of thing. And we got some stuff here too that I'm pretty excited about. So, stuff. So I got the this right here is our dryer cord. You can get this at Lowe's for like 25 bucks. This is the 4-pronged head, and this is kind of the new on all the new homes. This is the way they're doing it. It's got a neutral and a ground. On your normal 220 stuff, like tools, you usually have like a 3-pronged deal. They're just like 2 straight prongs and one on the bottom. I have both in my garage, so it doesn't really matter because I knew I was going to be using both when I ran the wires in the garage. That's what I ran, and I got an adapter, so it was there. I like these because you get 6 foot of cord, so it gives you a little bit of a cord. I actually went by the electrical section while I was there because sometimes you just buy the heads of these guys and wire them on things, but the head was like 20 bucks or maybe it was 15 bucks. I can't remember, but it was just like it really didn't make that much of a difference, and so I just went with this guy right here, and these are pretty easy. We'll talk about that in a second. And let me get a knife. How do I not have a knife? You never have a knife when you need a knife. That's all right. I got something. One of my soldiers gave me this when I was in the army. Pah! It's a little army grenade. Pretty cool, huh? So I ordered a foot pedal for the thing. I did that before I even got the TIG welder. And I did that based off the pictures that was there. It had like a little 2-prong deal. We talked about that in a prior video. And when it got here, it had 6. So I was a bit bummed out about that. So I got actually 2 foot pedals because I like foot pedals. So I ended up getting that one. And hey, look, injector adapters for fuel injectors. And I ended up getting the 6-prong one. So I ordered that. And I had a couple choices when ordering the foot pedal. The one, if I was doing it, is what I would have went with, because Weld USA, the USA Welds, they're the HTP store here in America. Then I use HTP. They sell a foot pedal for these machines too. There's the 6-prong, and I would have went with that if it was my equipment and I was going to use it. I would have went with that because I like their foot pedal. I mean, it's not as good as the Miller, but it's pretty decent. Hey, look, there's an extra screw in here. I think they sent that as like extra parts, or is this something just fell off? That's something just fell off. Yeah. But or I could get this big boxy thing, and it was only 50 bucks. It was like 40 bucks or something. So I know this being kind of a cheap theme. I decided to go with the cheaper of the two, and it doesn't look too bad. And it's got the 6 prongs, and when it came in, I already opened it up and tested it. Well, I didn't test it. I just checked to make sure it actually fit the machine, which it does. So hopefully that will turn the machine on. And then the torch, it came with like a 1/8 inch cullet body and cup. Which is part of the torch, which I like smaller. I like 3/32, so I went and I knew it was something we are gonna need anyway from the machine. So I ordered a stubby gas lens, which is like it's like a conversion that it takes your bigger size torches, and it uses the smaller torch parts off of the water cooled torch, like a number 20. Or number 9, actually make an air-cooled torch is actually pretty small, and it adapts those cups to that, and it's a gas lens, so it'll give us better coverage. while we're using it. So I think it's important. And besides, it was I ordered it from Jody Collier's store. He's a guy that does the welding tips and tricks video, and I don't know if I talked enough about him in that in any of the other episodes, YouTube episodes I've done. But I owe a lot to Jody because I mean I kind of had an idea of how to weld, but I wasn't didn't have anyone to teach me, didn't have a school, and I just watched the welding tips and tricks videos, and just by watching those videos over and over and over and over again, I learned what things are supposed to look like, how you're supposed to do things. It gave me knowledge, what metals, what they do, how they react, and I just can't say thanks enough. So whenever I get a chance to support Jody, I always do. And this is something I got that when we go to give away the machine, I'm like 99% sure we're going to do like a raffle for charity, and I think I know what the charity is going to be, but it's welding tips and tricks, and it's called the Weldmonger store. So I don't know if you can see that, but hopefully it'll focus. The weldmongerstore.com, and I got a stubby Primo bundle, black weld. So that the sleeve, the t-shirt's mine. I'm keeping that. I'm giving everything else away to whoever wins the machine. So let's take a look and see what we got in the box. We got an extra large TIG finger. These are awesome. These things you can just put your hand wherever you want to. And I think that what usually conducts the most heat and you got to weld the hottest is aluminum. And when I'm welding aluminum, I slip my TIG finger on, and I can just actually have one for each hand, and I'll put one hand with my filler wire on the part and the other hand with a torch on the part, and I can just sit there, and it can be 200, 300 degrees, who knows. I mean, it's hot when you're digging into some aluminum, and these TIG fingers just make all the difference in the world, and they're really not expensive. I mean, if you don't do anything else, just go on there and get yourself one of these TIG fingers. They are great. So that goes with the bundle. I got some kind of something going on here. Oh yeah. This is like a little magnetic holder, which is great because usually when you're welding by yourself, and you don't have anybody to hold things. So sometimes you just need somebody or something to hold. And this little guy will clamp on a metal, and it looks like you can use this to hold at multiple angles, flat, around corners. So it's a strong hand tools. I have a lot of these strong hand tools because everything I do is by myself. So if I don't have the right clamp or something to hold it with, you just can't get that tacks in place to get started welding. But wow, this is pretty cool. It comes with like a little handy user guide. Shows you all the different things you can do and utilize it as. So that's cool. That's a cool little tool. And what else we got? We got weldingtipsandtricks.com 2015 DVD Volume 5. So this is a 4-disc DVD set, and Jody has all of his stuff, I think, is on YouTube anyway, but I buy these, one, to support the guy that's taught me a skill that allows me to make a living, and two, because they're nice to have. If I'm just sitting around, sometimes I'll just throw them in the computer and just watch, and it seems like it's one of those things that's like no matter how many times I go back and watch, I learn something new, because as you progress in welding, you develop, you learn what to look for, what not to, what to avoid, how to go about doing things properly, and then once you gain that knowledge, you can go back and watch something that's like the same instruction, and view it from a completely different scope, and see completely new things, and then it's like, you know, boom, your legs are taken out from underneath you, and you know, you thought you had it going, but now you need to go back and focus on some other things. So so they're great if you get a chance to go on YouTube and watch those. I highly recommend that. But that goes along. So we got TIG fingers, we got a little magnet base holder, and a 5-volume welding tips and tricks DVD packet. And look at this. And then we got, my phone is blowing up. That's not unusual. It's been busy the last couple of weeks. That's why I haven't made a video. I've just been having no time to work on my car or do much of anything. I've just been pumping out product. I'm also going to school to learn CNC machining and CNC programming. So that usually takes half my day every day. And then look, Jody sent us a bonus with even, you know, fancy handwritten bonus DVD. I don't know what's on there, but I'll check it out because I'm interested. And then we got the weldmongerstore.com stubby gas lens for number 17, 18, and 26. So, and it's in a nice little storage case. And I think this has got like all the different. So he's got a little part list in here. It's really nice. He's got different sized 2% lanthanated tungstens, and it looks like 1/16, 3/32, and 1/8. And then we got bat caps, which is nice because that machine only came with like, I think, 1 or 2. So we got your standard array of bat caps. We got a stubby, a medium, and a long. And tungstens come 7 inches, just in case you're wondering. And the big one will allow you to get 7 inches, but it also makes your torch that much longer. And then we got the isolator caps, and we got the gas lenses. Yep, CK. So that's I dig that. I've learned that when it comes to buying torch parts, just it's spend a little extra money is money usually well spent. So so that's nice. We got quality CK Weld or CK World gas lenses. We got cups. We got I think a 6, 7, and 8. Yep, 6, 7, and 8 cups for our gas lenses. And the cullet bodies, or the cullets. So these are like the little keepers, and if you look at them, you'll see they're like kind of split. And they've got a fat end and a short end, and the fat end goes in the back of the torch, and as you screw down it squeezes the front into a channel, and then it bites down on your tungsten. That's what holds it in place. So that's a nice gas lens kit, and I think so. He's got all this stuff for sale in the store. If you want it, go check it out. I can't say enough nice things about Jody. And I got my fancy, I don't know if it's a Weldmonger or Welding Tips and Tricks T-shirt. It's Welding Tips and Tricks. It says "Go Knock It Out." So that's pretty cool. I like long sleeves because it kind of protects your arms when you're welding. Although I do a lot of it in short sleeves too. So that is our packages, and that's cool. And I like sharing that and doing a little unboxing deal. I'm happy to give that stuff away to somebody. Except the T-shirt, that's mine. So all we're gonna do now is we're just gonna adapt this to our welding machine's cord, because it came, like I said, uncorded, and that's a simple task to do. So I mean, basically, you have all the stuff. When I was over in Iraq and Afghanistan, we used to get all this stuff. We'd call it well, Anyway, maybe foreign stuff, and it had the same kind of arrangement where it was like a blue, this like flesh tone, and then like a green and yellow. So it's hot, and yellow is the ground or earth or neutral. And on our dryer, on this one, it comes with 4 leads, so it's just and they're kind of separated like this. Anyway, it'll say on the box on the inside, but it's just on these guys. These are this is your neutral and your ground, or vice versa. It doesn't matter because they're getting wired together because it's only got 3 to go to, and then this is hot and hot. So on 220 single phase, it doesn't really matter what side. It doesn't matter. So we'll stick that on there. Cut these off. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to cut these guys off. I'm going to solder them together, heat shrink, and all that good stuff. But I'm not going to bore you with that because if you want to learn how to TIG weld, then you probably know how to do that stuff anyway. So I'm going to hit the pause, and I'll come back. We'll go over a little of the wiring stuff and the cost involved in doing all this. Thanks.